The following is an exclusive presentation of Cablevision local programming, TV that's close to home.
Helping young people shine brighter. Coming up next on this special Community Cares edition of Meet the Leaders. Hello and welcome to this special Community Cares edition of Meet the Leaders. I'm Alfred Bundy. The All-Stars Project is a nationally recognized not-for-profit organization that promotes youth development through performance, leadership training, and volunteerism. Here in New Jersey, the program centers around the greater Newark area. And joining us today are the founding director, Ms. Gloria Strickland, and the All-Stars Talent Show Senior Program Director, Ms. Nicole Brown. Welcome to Meet the Leaders.
Yeah, thank you.
Ms. Gloria Strickland, we're going to start with you. I want you to give us a little history and background. I know there's a lot of components of the All-Stars Project, but let's start with some background and history of the creation of the All-Stars Project.
Sure. The All-Stars Project, we're a nonprofit, privately funded, 100%, and we're 30 years old, originated in New York City. And I opened the doors here in Newark. I was so excited 12 years ago.
Okay.
And that's when we first started here in Newark.
Mm-hmm. And tell us a little bit about how you spin off, from, the other cities and who you serve.
Right. Well, what the All-Stars is, it's a youth development program. Mm-hmm. And we're very interested in reaching out to inner city young people and giving them the opportunity to grow, to develop by literally mixing it up with people they don't know, going to new places, doing new things. Mm-hmm. So when I came to Newark in 1999, first of all, I was invited by Congressman Payne, who knew of the program in New York.
Great.
And he wanted us to come to Newark. Mm-hmm. He knew of the success. Mm-hmm. And also, we're privately supported, so one of our donors lived in Chatham, mm-hmm. and he had said, look, let's come into New Jersey. Great. And see if this works.
All right, okay. What other cities is the All-Stars Project at?
Now, yes, we're in Chicago, doing very well. San Francisco Bay Area, so it's the 4 areas.
Okay, so New York,
New York,
Jersey,
Chicago,
okay,
and San Francisco Bay Area.
Now, Nicole Brown, tell us a little bit about your involvement. Certainly, we still kind of know you as Brown Eyes, yeah. But you came through the program. And at the time, what did the program do for you?
Well, at the time, which was 21 years ago, I was a young mother, living in Queens. I was on welfare. I was a high school dropout. And I spent a lot of time in the streets, like a lot of young people do who, don't have any type of direction or, positive, people in their life to show them a new way. And I was rapping on the streets in the park, and a young lady heard me, and she gave me a flyer and told me that I should come out to this great program. And I took on, and I came out. I rounded up a couple of friends of mine from the neighborhood, young guys that I knew as my dancers, and I took 6 of them down with me to audition for the talent show back in late 1990, and we auditioned and got in the show.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what, I don't think you've kind of lost your touch, because I think we're going to have a little clip here that kind of shows that you can still rap and rhyme. Let's take a quick look at you in action.
Yeah, I want to dedicate this rhyme to all the honorees in the house, but I want you to help out by putting your hands together. Come on, give back, just like that. Step it up, be the leader of the pack. Give back, just like that. Step right up and be the leader of the pack. Give back, just like that. Step it up, be the leader of the pack. Give back, just like that. Step right up and be the leader of the pack. Just giving your time with the youth in mind. Fulfillment, a positive sign for development. Giving is so relevant. Transforming lives again and again. Recognize, leaders make us realize. You look so special to my brown eyes. Leaps and bounds we take forward. In case you haven't heard, All-Stars is the greatest in the world. I'm a leader, yeah, you're a leader. We are leaders, and yes, I believe in us.
Well, I tell you, you seem like you're rocking the house. I don't think you lost it at all. You are actually in charge of the talent show All-Star Network. Tell us how it works. How do you put all that together?
Well, actually, we go out into the communities and we do an operation where we reach out to the young people and the adults in the community to come out and be involved as we create each cycle of shows. And the way we do that is we go door to door knocking. We'll just pick a community, you know, where we wake up one Saturday morning and we warm up with our, you know, warm up games. Then we hit the streets and we knock on doors. We introduce ourselves and tell them who we are, and tell the people about what we get ready to do in their community and how much, you know, we need them and want them to come out to develop this with us, to grow and learn new things on how to build in their communities. And from that, we recruit people to volunteer. We recruit people to perform in the talent show, and we recruit people in various aspects to come out to actually participate in helping us to build this event in their community.
Now, is this somewhat like, well, going back, we may talk about Star Search, but nowadays I guess we talk about American Idol. Is this an American Idol type of an experience?
Well, I think we're more than that. And the reason why I say that is because we're about development. And so we teach, we do performance on stage, we sing, we dance, but we teach the young people and adults that come into our community that performance is not just what we do on stage, but it's in our lives. Every morning we wake up, we decide what costume we want to put on and who and what we want to perform when we go out into the world. And so we bring people in to teach them that performance is a lifetime thing, a life experience and a life full of growthful experiences through what we perform.
Share with me what the kids or the young people are learning.
Well, they're learning a lot of things. They're learning how to perform new things in tough situations. They're learning that, you know, through performing with other young people and adults, you know, that a lot of situations that they're, you know, concerned with or that they go through, that other people go through them as well. And they learn how, through performance, to perform them, going through them together, and how we can perform different things in those circumstances so that we can come out victoriously through those life situations.
Okay. You want to add something?
Well, I was going to say, the young people, what they're learning is that performance isn't just on a stage in a theater or for a show, that you're learning that you perform in your life. So that you can walk into, talk to your mom or dad and you want to borrow $40 for a pair of shoes. Well, you have to think about your performance, don't you?
Right.
You have to think about how you're going to have that conversation.
Exactly.
So we're teaching them that you perform in life and you can make life choices and life performances.
We know about Brown Eyes or Nicole Brown. Give us a quick success story, just one success story, quickly.
Well, I'll take JB, for example. JB I met on Irvine Turner Boulevard when he was 16 years old, a rapper. He and his brother and his cousins came into the show, rapping, you know. Didn't know exactly what he wanted to do with his life. He was on the edge, if you will. He participated in some activities that we probably would feel was somewhat dangerous for him. But, you know, his parents had passed away, and he was living with his aunt, and she was doing great. But he had challenges. He was upset. He was angry. And he wasn't learning well in school at all. So the success is that this is a young man who just hung around the All-Stars, started rapping and then started producing and then started inviting other people, younger people, to be a part of the All-Stars. And then he came in one day and he said, and he realized that the little kids were saying, "Hey, JB, JB," and he realized that children were looking up to him now because now he's 17 and 18. And that helped him make some new decisions in his life. JB came by this week. He came to one of our newest programs called UX, which I'll tell you about. He and his wife, he's full-time working, he's married, he's doing well with his life.
And that's probably
that is success.
The best. That's right. That's success. That's the best part of what you're talking about. Let's talk about the UX component, or tell us what that is.
Well, UX in-house, it's we call it University X. It's a university, or our university, of development experiences for people of all ages. Why is that important? Because we know that if you want to grow, if you want to develop, you got to get outside of 10 blocks. You got to go places you're not used to going. You have to go outside of your comfort zone. So what we offer people in the community, adults and young people, to go to fine dining, to go to the museums, to see a play, to do some improv, to go into the city and just take a walk around. Sometimes you have to get out of your day-to-day activity
So you're opening new doors
Open
of
the
exposure.
new doors.
Exposure is so important.
And we're saying you're never too old to develop. So these opportunities are for any age. One of the young women coming through the dining experience this week, 68 years old. There you go.
Okay.
You don't have to stop developing.
Okay. Talk to me, both of you, about how or why you thought a performance-based model would work. What's key about performing that helps change people? Start with you, Nicole.
Well, we always say that when people want to change and they want to learn something new, the best thing to do while learning is to practice it. And that's one thing that performing has done for me, is I felt uncomfortable, trying new things in life as this young adult who was on welfare and didn't have a lot of experiences outside of my neighborhood. But as I performed it with other people who were at the level I was trying to get to, and other people who were trying to get to the level, as we performed this together, it became easier for me to be able to come outside that role and in reality really become this person.
And how about yourself? What's key about
Well, I
performance-based?
think what's key about it is that, number one, if you're performing, think about a stage, and you have a director, and he asks you all to walk across the stage as a cloud. Well, you have 15 clouds walking across. There's no one right cloud.
Great.
So in performing, it's not based on it having to be true or having to be right. It's based on you're willing to take something and try to create something new with it. And then you can use everything that you have to create that. So performing takes the rug out of it and lets you go ahead and create and do something different and do something new. It's transformative. I grew up poor. I grew up very poor in the 50s and the 60s. I grew up in the people didn't expect me to go to college. They didn't expect me to go out of my neighborhood. They didn't expect me to go anywhere. And when I did go by accident, I went into college. I did not understand where I was. I didn't know. I had to observe. I had to follow. I had to try some new things. And all of that was all about a life performance, doing it before you know how, and then you discover, and that's what performance is about.
Wow. Talk to me about volunteers. Where do they come from? What type of volunteers do you have involved?
Well, I'm glad you asked. That's a wonderful question, because I'll tell you why. The All-Stars, its first 13 years in existence, was completely a volunteer effort. Our basis is volunteering. That's where we started. In fact, many of us who are directors now had volunteered for 15 or more years before we actually got paid. So in a way, I'm getting paid to do a job I just absolutely love and do for free.
Great.
But the other thing about volunteerism, when you give to others, volunteering is about giving. When you give to others, you grow, because you're not just thinking about you. And when you begin to think about others, your mind, your world begins to expand. So that's often one of the first steps to growing.
I often say good things happen to good people. Talk to me about volunteers that you have involved at the All-Stars.
Well, our volunteers come from a lot of different aspects. They come from out of the high schools, some out of junior high schools, colleges, or just young people and adults in the neighborhood who we meet, and we build relationships with them. I think a large base of our volunteers are relationships that we're building with people who are growing and operating in different aspects of what we do to learn different areas and grow in different areas in their life through what they're doing with us. So they come to us through all types of avenues. Sometimes we have people from college who are interested in doing internships and just finding out about our approach and how, why we're so successful to the work that they're learning how to do in school. And they come to us through all different avenues. So we're like a revolving door for the community in all types of areas.
I want to thank both of you right now. We're going to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be talking more about the All-Stars project on this special Community Cares edition.
You're watching Cablevision local programming, TV that's close to home.
Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. Yeah. Salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, swap snacks Sunday. All the healthy children eat well and move a lot. and move a lot, and move a lot. Eat well and move a lot.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day.
Skip a rope Saturday, freeze tag Friday, tap dance Thursday.
Whole grains Wednesday, try a veggie Tuesday. Let's move Monday, split the sweet Sunday.
Eat well and move a lot.
Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday.
All the healthy children, all the healthy children.
Get ideas. Get involved. Get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
I'm lucky. Let me help you with that. I get to do something I love. It has nothing to do with touchdowns or titles. Everybody bring it in. I get to play a part in the life of someone just starting out. How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork? I help keep kids in school. Good. And that's the name of the game. My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
You're watching Cablevision local programming, TV that's close to home.
Welcome back to this special edition of Community Cares of Meet the Leaders. Our guests are from the All Stars Project here at Newark, Gloria Strickland and Nikel Brown. I want to continue just a little bit. Give me some of the stats or statistics as it relates to the number of people you have involved, and also share with us some of the community partners that you have working with the All Stars Project. We'll start with you, Gloria.
Sure. We have about 1,000 young people who are involved in our programs every year. About 450 volunteers that are active volunteers every year. So that's going really well. And another aspect is our business partners, because we're funded 100% privately funded. One of the strengths of that is we have a number of business partners who are the teachers, the mentors, the people who are working directly with our young people. So in one of our programs, our Development School for Youth program, that has a summer internship, all of the positions that we place the students in the summer, we find them through all of these business partners. So this summer we're planning to place 150 young people in companies throughout New Jersey. Last summer we had 25 companies involved, and at each company, the reason we're there is because we have a business partner who says welcome and welcomes the young people. And these are people, CEOs, directors, senior managers, people who are directly involved, and they volunteer with our kids.
Oh, that's so super. Maybe, Gloria, what you can talk to us a little bit about, because I know this is way beyond just a talent show network. And you have something called the Development School of Youth.
Yes.
Share with us that initiative.
Okay, sure. As Brown Eyes was talking about in the Talent Show Network, young people performing. So in the Development School for Youth, what we're supporting young people to do is to perform the successful person navigating out in the world. So what we do is we have a weekly after-school leadership training program where the young people go to different companies every week. And what they learn to do is how to network, how to have professional conversations, how to put on the costume of the business suit, how to go up to somebody, introduce yourself, listen well, ask questions. And they do that week after week after week. Similarly to the Talent Show Network, the young people do not have to be professionally talented to be in the program. They have to want to be there. They have to fill out an application. They have to come to an interview on time to be considered, and then we accept them in the program. And we accept young people 16 to 21 from all the schools in Newark, Irvington, East Orange, and I'll tell you, my doors are filled. Filled.
I want to emphasize that on time. That was very important, man. You know, a lot of our young people don't realize how important on time for interviews and business meetings are. Nikel Brown, share with us what you think that the greatest part of what they're getting in this development initiative.
Well, the greatest part I think they get is the opportunity to develop into whatever their dreams are. You know, one of the things that we do in the talent show is we have a mandatory workshop that all of the performers have to participate in before they can be in the talent show. And one of the things we ask the young people to prepare for that workshop is to write a poem, a statement, or something about their dreams to improve their community or their environment in their lives. And I think that in itself is the beginning of planting a seed for their dreams and knowing that they can perform and do things to help transform their life situations in their communities as they grow and develop into adults in the community.
Now, Nicole, the Brown, the clip we just saw you performing, where was that at and what was that event?
Well, every year we have a gala for New Jersey and New York, and we have this wonderful gala where all our business supporters come out, and it's a gala affair where young people get to dress up as hosts and tell their stories
Where
to
was
the donors. It was at Lincoln Center in New York City. It was a wonderful event, and I got a chance to perform on stage with the young people. And
I noticed they were all dressed up.
Yes.
And that was great to see.
Yes, it was wonderful.
Some of the people also associated with one of your initiatives, I guess the UX initiatives, was the Castillo Theater in New York City. What's the relationship between the theater and the All-Stars Project, Ms. Brown?
Well, the theater is the performance aspects where we do a lot of theatrics. We do a lot of, you know, political plays about life issues and situations and performances about, you know, a lot of crises and things that the country and the world has gone through so that we can sit down and dialogue and experience what took place and learn more about the development of it, of people's lives through it. And Gloria can tell you a little more about Castillo Theater as well.
Well, one of the theaters I'm excited to share with you too in New York is the Youth on Stage Theater. So there's a youth theater there, and they are performing very relevant plays that are about their lives and their.
Who writes these plays?
Excuse me?
Who writes the plays?
Well, right now they may have plays that are pre-written, but they also now have a playwriting team of young people who are writing plays, and they are going to be reading those plays, have play readings. So we're looking in New Jersey. We're now at the moment of looking to expand, and as we expand, we definitely want to see to have a youth on stage here in Newark.
As you see young people come to your talent show part of your organization, what progress do you see just in a 1 year or 2 year basis, and how do you think that's helping them beyond the talent show?
Well, I know a lot of the young people that I meet when they first come, they don't know what to expect. They're like very shy, they're timid, they're, you know, like very introvert. And through the performance and going out to do outreach and being a part of the show, even if they're not on stage, I notice a lot of them coming out of their shell. They want to speak. They want to be a part of creating something new with other young people. And that really touches me because I remember me being a young person, you know, coming in and having fears about performing something new. But now that I see them come in as a reminder of myself and seeing them come out of their shell to being quiet in the back room to now standing in front, being a stage manager or a stage hand, directing other young people on how to perform something is a real serious development for me outside of themselves to know that they have more confidence in doing something.
I'm just excited just hearing it. Over the 30-year history, share with us some of the accolades, some of the recognition, special recognition that your project has received.
Oh, yes. I mean, we've received mayor awards for volunteerism in the past, the Points of Light Award for volunteerism in the past. So volunteering, wonderful awards. We have, I mean, to me, the accolades are the respect of the community. To me, that is priceless. Because when you think about it, I come to Newark with this new idea. Stepping out of your comfort zone. People did not have to follow me. The kids didn't and the parents didn't. So for me, one of my greatest accolades is to see a mother with tears in her eyes, which I see, saying, my God, you're saving my kid's life. And that's priceless.
That is priceless. I know that you Ms. Brown was actually recognized by President Bush. Tell us about that experience and how did you feel?
Well, I felt wonderful. Coming from a young mother on welfare with nothing, no hope in my life, to being honored by President Bush before my community and thanking me for wanting to give back and come into the community to bring hundreds of other young people in New York City, into the program.
Wow.
So I felt very honored.
Now, did you actually go to Washington?
No, it actually was here, and it was in New York at the Marriott Hotel where they actually did the ceremony.
Okay, now you've actually been doing this for 30 years.
Yes.
What's been the key to your success?
Okay, the key to my success and our success, a couple of elements. One, we have a very strong approach, the development approach that works. And it works for the people we want it to work for. It's quality, it's effective, and it's innovative, and it works. So that's number one. Number two, part of that approach, we have partners. We cannot do this, and I can't say this enough. It's ourselves, the staff members and volunteers. It's the community, because if community doesn't come, we're irrelevant. And it's all those business partners who invest in the All-Stars. I mean, we're having next Wednesday, we're going to have an annual benefit dinner. And we're looking to raise $425,000 at that dinner. And our partners are just doing a wonderful job.
Let's talk about what else may be on your calendar. We only have about 30 seconds left here, but what else is coming up this year that we can expect? You said tell us again, what's that event?
Well, we have a benefit dinner. It's an annual dinner at the Newark Club on Wednesday.
It's at the Newark Club,
and
okay.
That's November 16th. We're very proud, we have our UX opening day. Will take place at Essex County College on Saturday, January 14th, and we will be celebrating Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, and Brown Eyes is organizing a great, wonderful performance of young people. So I'm saying everybody should come out. That's between 11 and 1 o'clock.
If someone wants to help you out financially, how do they call you? How do they reach you real quick? 973-622-5506, extension 305. Website?
www.allstars.org, and click New Jersey.
And click New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Well, I want to thank you, Ms. Brown Eyes, and I want to thank you, Ms.
Thank
Gloria
you.
Strickland, and wish you much continued success with the All-Stars.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching Meet the Leaders. If you'd like to comment on this or any of our previous Meet the Leaders programs, send us an email at clp3@cablevision.com. Please join us again next week when we will speak to a leader or leaders from your community. I'm Al Bundy.
You're watching Cablevision local programming, TV that's close to home.
Here we go. What? What?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent, because kids in foster care don't need perfection. They need you.
When life's this hard, graduating can be even harder. But you can help Jose and the students in your community make it through by visiting boostup.org.
Nice. Yes, go! Yes! No! Come on!
Oops. Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Moms everywhere are finding ways to keep kids active and healthy.
Works every time.
Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov.
You're watching Cablevision local programming, TV that's close to home.